of our feet together, knees out wide, starting to move down on our backs, allowing our knees to fall open with gravity, allowing our shoulders to fall open with gravity as well, starting to connect with the breath. And again, before we get started, let's go ahead and ring the gong to start practice. And again, soles of our feet together, knees out wide, starting to move down on our backs, allowing our knees to fall open with gravity, allowing our shoulders to fall open with gravity as well, starting to connect with the breath, breathing in to a 4 count, holding to a 4 count, and exhaling to a 4 count. And as you breathe, breathe in through the belly, up through the ribs, the lungs, all the way to the tops of your throats. And then exhale in the opposite direction, from the tops of your throats down through the ribs, the lungs, all the way to your bellies, as though you're wringing water from a washcloth, bringing navel into spine. Again, perhaps place your right hands on your bellies and your left hands on your hearts to track the breath as it moves through your bodies. And let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now allow your breathing to come naturally to its own rhythm. Allow the warmth of your breath to go to any area of your body that is tense or sore, and allow the breath to relieve the tension or soreness that is there. Imagine your breath gathering up all of the tension and soreness in your bodies and breathing it out so that you begin to feel peaceful and relaxed. Any distracting thoughts or feelings that you may have, allow them to be sent out with the breath. And as you breathe, allow yourselves to go deeper and deeper into this state of calm, knowing that you are in control at all times. Connect with a personal intention for this practice. That intention could be physical, mental, or spiritual. And it could be for you or for someone you love. seal that intention with one deep inhale and one deep exhale. Good job. Inhale those knees and arms to center. Exhale, knees to the left, arms to the right. Look over your right shoulder and breathe. Again, breathing into this simple twist. If you're on the bolster, it's a little bit more intense. Opening up those right obliques. Breathing in and out. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, knees to the right, arms to the left. Look over that left shoulder and breathe. Again, breathing into this simple twist. Opening up those left obliques as you do, and smile. Inhale back to center. Wrap your arms around your knees. Grab opposite elbows. Drag your shoulders back and down. Breathing in and out. If you're on the mat, maybe rock back and forth. Massaging your lower backs and your kidneys as you do. But wherever you are, we're opening up our hearts through the breath. Good job. And then gently roll over to the right side in the fetal position and remain here for a few breaths. Good job. And remove your block and remove your bolster. You might want to just place your blanket or your bolster on the mat because we'll be here for just a little bit. Roll back over again, draw those knees in for a hug. Again, rock back and forth. If you're on the mat, massage your lower backs and your kidneys. And then place your feet as wide as the mat. Arms are out east and west. Inhale first. And exhale as your knees fall all the way down to the left. Again, in windshield wipers, squaring your hips to the mat. If this is too intense, you can use a block or your bolster underneath your knees in windshield wipers. Look off to the right, opening up your hips and your thighs. Inhale back to center. And then exhale down to the right as far as you can. Again, maybe touching the mat and the floor. Maybe placing a bolster or a block underneath. Looking off to the left in windshield wipers. And remember to breathe. As you breathe in, find where there's resistance in the body. As you breathe out, breathe that resistance out. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you allow your legs to fall to the left, placing that right foot on your left thigh, if this is in your practice. Again, in windshield wipers, looking off to the right. Deeper stretch. You don't have to do this, just it's in your practice. And breathe. Your breath is your power. Breathe in, find where there's resistance in the body. As you breathe out, breathe that resistance out. just landed from London last night, and Newark has stopped 35 flights a day with United. I didn't realize they were on United. It was touch and go. They had to fly around for a while before they were able to land, and it was pouring down rain. But they made it, and I'm so glad they're back. And Max was not crying when I spoke to them. He was actually sleeping. Remove that left foot. Inhale your knees back to center and exhale down to the right. Again, looking off to the left, placing that right foot on your left thigh. Again, breathing in and out in windshield wipers. They went to see one of Adix's very good friends, Lucy, get married. She's a barrister, and she went to Oxford, but she had a lot of friends that went to LSE after, and so Adix met her through the friends, and she's been a close friend ever since. Her mother passed when Adix was in London, and I spent a lot of time with her. She's absolutely adorable. My husband loves her too. But what an incredible wedding it was. Release that right foot, place it on the mat, inhale those knees back to center, and then draw your knees in for a hug. Rock back and forth, massage your lower backs and your kidneys. Good job. And then from here, inhale first, and then exhale as you extend your legs below you, arms come up overhead. Inhale once again, hold it, hold it, hold it as you tense every muscle in your body. Your toes, your feet, your ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your torsos, your fingers, your hands, your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms, your shoulders, necks, shins, cheeks, foreheads, all the way up to the crowns of your heads. Tense, tense, tense. And then exhale as you walk those feet all the way to the right. Arms go to the right as well. In supine crescent. Again, opening up those left obliques as much as you can. Maybe grabbing on to that left wrist with your right hand. Pulling that left arm over. Again, we're opening those left obliques and at the same time massaging our internal organs. You may find some space to move into as you breathe. And smile. Again, it's Tuesday and we're very lucky we have more rain today, which is something that's sorely needed. By the way, we have a zoo that's starting down the street from us, which is pretty cool. Inhale back to center. And let's do that one more time. Tense, 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 tense as much as you can. Every single muscle of your body. And then exhale as you walk your feet over to the left. Arms to the left as well. Keeping your shoulders and your hips down on the mat. We have 2 white buffalo. We have 1 black buffalo. We have a camel who looks like she's pregnant. We have several mules. We have lots and lots of vachettes, which are little cows. And then we have lots of horses. I'm trying to think of the other animals that just recently came there. not really a zoo, it's actually a farm, but it's really, really cool. Camels are truly some of my favorite animals, and I can't wait to see the baby, or babies, when she has the baby. She spends a lot of time lying down right now, but it's beautiful weather, thank heavens. Lots of rain. Inhale back to center. Draw those knees in for a hug. Rock back and forth. Camels and elephants are maybe my favorites. I just can't tell you how fun it used to be living in India, interacting with camels and elephants every day on the street, basically. And then I did a camel safari in Rajasthan as well, which is really amazing. Good job. Okay, from here, let's go ahead and place our hands behind our thighs. We're doing spinal rolls from shoulder to tailbone and back again, allowing each vertebra to come back into alignment. We'll do 3 or 4 of these. And arrive at the tops of our mats in Sukhasana, simple seated pose. Crisscross applesauce. Good job, everyone. And then from here, again, let's go ahead and just connect, growing the roots all the way down into our mat. Shoulders are back and down. Our crowns are moving up towards the heavens as though they were pulled by a golden thread. Have a raven on the back of this house next or behind us right now, thinking of Devon. Placing the backs of your hands on your knees, maybe making mudras with both sets of fingers. Again, breathing in and out, gently closing your eyes. And again, one wonderful way to meditate, and it's really nice to have something like this, for instance, that makes all these beautiful colors, is to have a candle to gaze at that you set out about 4 feet from you. But for the purposes of what we're doing today, we don't need it. Again, keep dragging those shoulders back and down. As you inhale, inhale through your noses. As you exhale, exhale as though you're blowing out that candle. Good job. As you inhale, think I. As you exhale, think M. Inhale both arms all the way up. As you inhale, gratitude. Again, gratitude for yourselves, gratitude for others, gratitude for all the animals and plants on this beautiful earth. And then exhale as you drag your hands to Anjali Mudra, releasing any unwanted emotion that you may be storing. Inhale all the way up. Inhaling forgiveness, forgiveness for yourselves, forgiveness for others. And again, forgiveness for others starts at forgiveness for ourselves. We have to forgive ourselves before we can forgive others. And then exhale as you drag your hands to Anjali Mudra. Again, releasing anything that does not serve you. Last time, inhale both arms all the way up. Inhaling love, love for yourself, love for others. And then exhale as you drag those hands to Anjali Mudra, releasing any fear that you may feel. Good job, let it go. And then from here, let's go ahead and place our bolsters or our blocks in front of us. We're moving forward. Inhale that right knee up. Exhale as you place the inside of your right knee on the mat. And again, your left foot should be parallel with your right knee, or any modification thereof. If you can't get that right knee down, place a block underneath it. But we're moving forward, so it might be better just to stay where you are. And again, inhale both arms all the way up. We're in deer pose. And exhale as you fold forward. Hinge at the hips. Reach, 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 reach. All the way down. Hearts come down. Fingertips come down. Third eye comes down. Maybe rocking it back and forth on the mat. And again, opening up our hips and our thighs. You can also be up on your elbows if this is too intense. You can use a block underneath your forehead if you'd like to. Maybe rocking your third eye back and forth as you open your intuition. Wherever you are is perfect. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Exhale as you lift that right knee, placing your right foot on your left thigh. Again, we're in half lotus, sitting up straight. Maybe rock your head from side to side gently, opening up your neck as you do. And then from here, we're going to try a very deep stretch. If this is too intense, you can just go to the middle if you'd like to. We're inhaling both arms all the way up. Exhale as you open up to the right. And again, with this left elbow, you can either just move straight down onto the mat, or you can move to the outside of your right thigh, making mudras with both sets of fingers. Wherever you are is perfect. And smile. Again, this is a half lotus twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you reach, 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 reach as far as you can. Fingertips come down, hearts come down, third eye comes down. Maybe rocking it back and forth, opening up your lower backs, dragging all four corners of your torso down towards the mat. And again, you can also have a block underneath your forehead. You can be on your elbows if this is too intense. Wherever you are is perfect. Just feel that tension melting from the backs. It's almost as though you can feel it liquidly melting into the mat. And my lower back is always something that bothers me because I do a lot of hiking. So asanas like these are so healing. Inhale back, and then exhale as you walk your hands to the right, grabbing onto your right knee with your left hand. Draw that right hand back or rock forward and take a bind. Again, we're in a half lotus bind, maybe bending that left elbow if this is in your practice, opening our hearts, opening our shoulders to the side wall through the breath. Good job. Bringing out our internal organs as we do. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you release that right foot. Inhale that left knee up. Exhale as you place it down on the mat or the floor so that it's parallel with your right foot. Again, we're in deer pose. Inhale both arms all the way up. And exhale as you fold forward, hinge at the hips, reach, 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 reach. Fingertips come down, hearts come down, third eye comes down. Again, in humbly bowing, deer pose. You can be here, you can be on your elbows. You can also be on a block if you'd like to. Any pain or discomfort that you may be feeling in your lower backs from strain and the stress of using or hiking or just playing tennis or doing whatever you're doing, allowing it to melt into the mat, into the floor, into the earth below. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Exhale as you lift that left knee, placing your left foot on your right thigh. Again, in half lotus. And in half lotus, let's go ahead and do a deep stretch as far as you can. Inhale both arms all the way up. Exhale as you open up to the left. And again, you can place that right elbow down in front of you, or you can twist and place it on the outside of your left thigh. Again, in a deeper stretch. Breathing in and out, wringing yourselves out. Inhale back to center. And exhale as you fold forward. Again, reach, 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 reach. All the way down. Fingertips come down, hearts come down, third eye comes down, maybe rocking it back and forth again. Opening up your lower backs, your shoulders, your hips, and your thighs as you do. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Exhale as you walk them all the way over to the left, grabbing onto your left knee with your right hand. Draw that left hand back or rock forward and take a bind. Dragging your shoulders back and down, opening your hearts. Again, this is the half lotus bind. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you shake your legs out. And we're moving on to the wall. So hopefully you have a wall that you can move onto. Make sure that you place your mat so that it's perpendicular to the wall. Make sure that you have enough room to be able to move in to dragonfly, opening your legs. And again, place your bolster or your blanket halfway up to be comfortable if you'd like to. It's kind of cold here today, which is really fun. Place one of your hips up against the wall, whichever you like. Inhale first. And exhale as you extend your legs upward, pushing your hips in with your elbows. Again, into legs up the wall. Again, allowing the circulation to come back down to your vital organs, back down to your brain, keeping us from getting varicose veins, keeping us young. And smile again. It's Tuesday, it's raining, it's a beautiful day out today. All of these gorgeous animals around here are getting water. Inhale first, and exhale as your legs fall open with gravity as far as they can. Again, in dragonfly. Breathing in and out. Christine will be going to New Jersey in a couple days. It's kind of amazing because Alix and Michael never stop inviting people to their house and traveling. And Michael, right before he went to London, had spent a week in North Carolina with Epic Games and flew back that morning and then flew right back out that night to go to London. Slowly inhale as you draw those legs to center. Exhale as you bend that left knee, dragging the sole of your left foot down the wall, crossing it underneath your right knee, pressing on that left thigh. You can stay here. This is resting pigeon up the wall. Or you can bend your right knee, dragging the sole of your right foot down the wall as far as you can. Again, keep pressing on that left thigh, opening up your left hip, releasing any unwanted emotion that you may be storing there. And again, you may feel that your hip is shaking. Shaking is a good thing. It means that you're opening up your hip in a gentle way. But if you ever feel any pain, make sure that you pull out. None of these exercises, these asanas, should ever be painful. Inhale as you extend those legs upward. And then exhale as you bend your right knee, dragging the sole of your foot down the wall, crossing that right ankle just below your left knee, pressing on that right thigh. You can stay here in resting pigeon up the wall, or you can bend that left knee, dragging your left sole of your foot down the wall. Again, opening up that right hip this time. Releasing any unwanted emotion that you may be storing there. Allowing it to melt into the mat, into the floor, into the earth below, where it is recycled, regenerated as positive, healing energy. And smile. Inhale as you extend both legs up once again. Good job. And then exhale as you place the soles of your feet together, knees out wide, dragging the sides of your feet all the way down as far as you can into Baddha Konasana. And again, maybe press on your thighs if this is in your practice. Slowly inhale as you extend those legs up again. Good job. And then exhale as you draw those knees in for a compassionate hug. Rock back and forth. Massage your lower backs and your kidneys as you do. Good job. Then gently roll over to the right side in the fetal position and remain here for a few breaths. Then using the strength of your arms, come back to the back of your mat, drawing your blanket or your bolster back as well. Roll over. Make sure that you have your block handy. Extend your legs below you. Inhale as you bend your knees, drawing your heels to your sit bones. And then exhale as you push your hips up as high as possible. Placing the block underneath your sacrum on the highest, second or third levels, wherever you are is perfect. Again, opening up that lower back area once again. Maybe walking your feet forward so that you're on your heels. Possibly drawing your arms overhead. If this is in your practice, wherever you are is perfect. Again, we're in a T formation or a mushroom formation. If you walked your feet out, let's go ahead and gently walk those feet back in, placing your hands beside your torso. Inhale as you push your hips up, releasing the block, and exhale down again, inch by inch. Good job. Inhale as you interlace your fingers around that left thigh, flexing your foot. Exhale, as you extend your leg. And again, maybe grabbing onto your toes, pulling your leg down towards you if you can, opening it up as much as possible. Good job. Take 2 more deep inhales. Then inhale first and exhale as you allow that left leg to fall open with gravity, keeping your right hip down as much as possible. Again, opening up that thigh, breathing in and out. Inhale back to center. Extend your right leg. Grab onto your left foot with your right hand. Allow your left hand to fall down with gravity. And then exhale that right arm down, left leg down. Again, breathing in and out. Inhale back to center. Draw your knees in for a hug. Rock back and forth. Massage your lower backs and your kidneys. Good job. Then place the soles of your feet on the mat. Inhale as you interlace your fingers around that right thigh. Exhale as you extend your foot. Again, flexing it. Maybe grabbing onto your toes. If this is in your practice, wherever you are is perfect. Two more deep breaths here, in and out. Then inhale as you allow that right hand to fall down to the right. Exhale as you extend that left leg. No, let's not do that first. I'm sorry. Let's do down to the right first. Okay, holding onto your foot. Allow that left hand to fall down to the mat with gravity, and then allow your right leg to fall down to the right as far as it can. Again, keeping that left hip on the mat. Again, you can also use a block if you'd like to underneath your leg if this is too intense. But we're doing this much more quickly today. Inhale back to center. Grab on to your right foot with your left hand. Allow that right hand to fall down with gravity. Extend your left leg and then exhale that right leg all the way down to the left. Good job. Inhale back to center. Draw your knees in for a hug. Rock back and forth. Massage your lower backs and your kidneys. Inhale through your noses. Side out. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. And with that intention, allow your legs to come out as wide as the mat or wider. Arms are down beside your torso. Palms are up to receive, down to ground, starting to relax. Relax your toes, relax your feet, relax your ankles. Relax your calves, relax your knees, relax your thighs. Relax your hips, relax your torsos, relax your fingers. Relax your hands, relax your wrists, relax your forearms. Relax relax your elbows, relax your upper arms, relax your shoulders, relax your necks, relax your jaws, relax your cheeks, relax your foreheads, relax the crowns of your heads, just relax. Start to bring movement back to your fingers and your toes by wiggling your toes and maybe touching each finger with your thumb. Reach your arms overhead, extend through your feet, giving yourselves a full body stretch and filling your lungs with your sweet, sweet breath. Then draw those knees in for one final compassionate hug, rocking back and forth, massaging your lower backs and your kidneys.
Low battery.
Slowly roll over to the right side in the fetal position and remain here for a few breaths.
Cover all.
Then using the strength of your arms, come back to a seated position, facing the front of the room, legs are crossed, hands are Anjali Mudra, heads are bowed in honor of your practices. From the place deep in my soul that I know to be pure and true, I bow to and honor that same place that resides within each of you. Thank you so much for coming to practice yoga with me on this beautiful Tuesday. Looks like we're going to get even more rain. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and ring the gong to end practice. And then I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Let's see if I can do that. There we go.